Ford investors should stay focused for the next 10 minutes because today we'll analyze the Ford stock as well as some recent news surrounding the company. But before we do that, subscribe to our channel Stocks 101 for regular stock market updates. The first news we have is a really bad one. A $1.7 billion verdict has been imposed against Ford regarding a 2014 wrongful death lawsuit. A statement said that Ford had sold about 5.2 million units of the same truck that caused the wrongful death. Having a really weak roof, the truck would cause fatal damage to everyone sitting inside it in case of an accident. The complainants received $24 million in compensation from the court. The second news is that the Ford Fest this year could be the largest one yet. Scheduled for Saturday and Sunday, over 200 cars will be on display and these cars will be exclusive to the Ford Fest. This event is supposed to bring a lot of attention to Ford and it might even help shoot up the stock price on Monday. The third news we have is that some analysts have changed their earnings estimate for Ford, putting it up higher, and the zacks consensus estimate has also increased, going from 18 cents a share to $2.09 per share. Keep in mind that Ford has a history of giving earnings surprises. Now that the news is out of the way, let's get straight into the charts. So as you guys can see right here, I have opened the 1-day chart for Ford, and as always, first we'll analyze it in the 1-day chart, then in the 1-hour chart, and then to end it off, we'll get into the 5-minute chart for our intraday fellows. So as always, first I'll give you guys a few levels to note throughout the analysis. The first level would be this higher high that we recently made, and it's right here at, this is $16.7. The second level would be somewhere around here. This is a constant support. As you guys can see, this is $15. The lower support would probably be somewhere around this, which is $10.6. Then the support would be somewhere around $12.5. As you guys can see, it turned into a resistance as well over here. And our current level is $15.88. To get into the analysis, I first want to bring your attention to the volume right here. As you guys can see right here, the stock price was increasing and rightfully so, but soon the volume started fading, the price kept increasing. This indicates that investor interest is getting faded away, so probably we might see some sell-off over here after this red candle. So I believe that Monday would probably be a bearish day for the Ford stock. And as you guys can see right here, this was a pin bar candle on the lower side, which means that there was some buyer pressure, but at the end, the sellers did take over and they did end the stock in a bearish zone. Now there is also another thing that I want to show you guys over here. We did try to cross this resistance over here at $16.7, but again, as I just told you guys, seller pressure kicked off and then we had to close the day over here on 16th August at $16.44. We closed this day at $15.88, and I believe that Monday might open somewhere in between this particular range of this candle, which would be between $15.9 and $15.6. Now, I personally believe it would be on the lower side because, as I already told you guys, the coin, or rather the stock, I'm analyzing a lot of cryptocurrencies these days, the stock would likely get into a bearish scenario from here onwards. Now to get more information about this, let's quickly head into the 1-hour chart. Now to further confirm my analysis, as you guys can see right here on the 1-hour chart, the Elliot waves are signifying a downtrend as well. We are likely to go down to complete the B to C chart, and I personally believe that this would obviously turn out to be true. And as I already told you guys that this support level would probably get broken, and what I believe would happen is probably that we would go down here, hover over in this range of $14 to $15 for some time, and then we might break this resistance and then get back over here, break this resistance, then shoot up because Ford is definitely a strong company. Now, if we talk about the EMA, the exponential moving average, I have already told you guys that if a price breaks the 20-day moving average, it would likely go down and hit the 50 average. And then once it breaks the 50 average, it would go down to the 100. And these are pretty much obvious things. But with experience, you'll get to know that these happen on a majority basis. So if you see, let's say over here, let me quickly make a scenario. If this is a 20-day moving average and the stock breaks this, in real time obviously, then you can expect it to go down to this is the 50-day. You can expect it to go down over here and then recover, as we can see over here. So according to this theory, you can see that we already broke the 20-day EMA, we broke the 50-day EMA as well. So I personally believe that this recovery might be a bit difficult and we might not be able to cross the $16 level or the $15.95 level even. So let me mark that level real quick. So the $15.95 will serve as a resistance for Monday, and I personally believe, as I already told you guys, we'll hover over in this range for a few more days probably, and next week I might see, I might make another analysis if I see some volatility going on over here. Now to get into the complete depth of what happened on 19th August and what will happen on Monday, let's quickly jump into the 5-minute chart. So as you guys can see right here, we are now in the 5-minute chart. To see the first picture, let's quickly see what happened in the first 30 or 40 minutes of the market opening. As you guys already know, the market opening is very volatile. And as you guys can see, the stock went up, came down in a really volatile manner. And ever since it came down, the stock kind of got range bound, and over here as you guys can see, it was bounded in this range. This was the lower end, and this probably was the higher end, and it could not even simply cross this range. And when I talked about my Monday price prediction, this is exactly what I meant by a range bound market. I personally believe that Monday will also see a range bound market. Now there's one particular thing that I want to show you guys on the 5-minute chart, and that is that even engulfing candles and patterns failed over here. As you guys can see, there was an engulfing candle, this green candle right here. Then there was a pin bar candle as well, which really did not make any sense that it failed. Only one or two of the candles had succeeded, which was like this one. This was a pin bar candle on the downside, and it clearly made a small bearish move. But one thing that we can see for sure after looking at these candles is that there was a lot of volatility, in a sense that, there was indecision in the market. If you see over here, selling pressure, buying pressure, selling pressure, buying pressure, but there really was no middle ground. Either it was hardcore selling pressure, or hardcore buying pressure, and that really is confusing me at this time, honestly, but we'll see what happens on Monday. Now, to give my prediction on what could happen on Monday and so on, I'll probably jump back into the 1-day chart and quickly show you guys with the brush tool right here. So let me zoom out real quick and let's discuss what will happen from now on. So my first guess, or the most likely one, would probably be that it would crash in accordance to the entire EV market, because as you already know that Rivian and Lucid and the other stocks has crashed as well. Now, if it crashes, it would likely come into the $15 range and then fade out over into this range. But I hardly believe that it would cross, this level, probably this area of 13.5 or $14. And I can see that it might rebound from here, and then we might break this resistance. If we do, then Ford would probably get into a good zone. Now, there are some good news as well, but the $1.7 billion lawsuit news that we recently discussed, like just 5 or 10 minutes ago, that might cause a dent on Monday's market. Now, keep that in mind before you trade. And as always, remember that this is just my opinion and not financial advice, so do your own analysis before you trade. Comment down below if you enjoyed my analysis or not. Let me know what you guys think about Ford. And as always, subscribe to our channel Stocks 101 for regular stock market updates. Hit the like button, and we will see you guys in the next video.